Thank you everyone tonight for coming along in what's been, as Brett has said, been a difficult season for all of us. And before I get into that, quite a few people I want to thank. I'd like to thank Brett and his board for the support they've given everyone in football for the year. I'd like to thank everyone in the football department. There's quite a few, and I think when you have a season like we've had, you really find out the support and the commitment of everyone involved in that. So to Peter Rode, who's been a great source of someone to talk to for me and been a great commitment to what we're doing as a football club. Thank you, Peter. To all the coaches who have been through the ringer a fair bit, thank you very much for your support. It's certainly been much appreciated, and we've certainly learned a fair bit about each other. To everyone in our fitness area, thank you for everything you've done to keep the players out in the park. We've done a pretty good job in that regard. Everyone in our medical and fitness and medical area, it's been a trying year for you, but you certainly have given me great support and made sure that we could get our best players out in the park as often as we could. So to everyone involved in our football department, thank you very much for your work. But once again, it all starts again very soon. To the players that Brett mentioned before, Chad and Brogues, they have given the club enormous amount of work that they've given the club. They're both premiership heroes. They've both given themselves more than what we could ask for over their career, and while we weren't able to send Chad out on the right note, we were able to do it for Brogues. They have given this club and left a legacy about what they're involved at, and I know there's a few people later on to talk about them, but I'd like to thank them personally and also as a football club for the great contribution they've given to us, so thank you very much. I had a vision of this, what I wanted to do with this football club and what we need to do as a football group. And yes, we're of all different ages, different sizes, different experience in our football group, but we needed to get as much experience and upstart our group as quick as we can. Not only to become successful quickly, but to make sure we could be a club that has sustained success. Not just fleetingly in for the finals for 1 year or has one good year, then one bad year, to be constantly up there, around about, trying to win what the ultimate prize is and what teams are going for in a couple of weeks' time. With that comes a lot of pain and a lot of hardship. No doubt, nothing to what we thought we were going to get this year, but along tough journeys, you do get your ups and downs, and we've had them this year. Our players and our coaching staff and our football department have certainly experienced the ups and downs, the obstacles, the hurdles that are placed in front of you. We have to become better at getting over them. Just because you finish down the bottom of the ladder with not many wins doesn't mean automatically you're guaranteed to improve next year. Every other team, apart from the one that wins the flag this year, will look at their year and say we must improve. So whether they lose the grand final or on Gold Coast on the bottom of the ladder, they think they must improve. We must have that same steely resolve to do that. Our players, either through their signings over the last couple of months or their one-on-one interviews we had at the end of the year, have certainly indicated they're up for that challenge. We as a football club are up for that challenge, and come November the 3rd, we know that we need to do a hell of a lot of work to improve not only what we've done this year, but what we've done on the last few years. We aren't going to turn into the greatest team ever next year. That doesn't happen. We'd love it to be, but it doesn't happen. But we are going to be a better team. We're going to be competitive, we're going to be consistent, and we're going to play effort-based football. That is what we want to do, that's what's needed to do, and if you get that base right, everything else looks after itself. Yes, we'll continue to educate them, we'll surround them with the best people we possibly can, but in the end, it's up to each and every one of us to drive ourselves to become the best we possibly can be. If we look back harshly on our year, we can say that hasn't happened. It needs to happen next year and the year after, regardless of where we're playing next year, in the next 2 years, or where we're playing in 3 years' time. There's great enthusiasm behind this club, as Brett spoke about. Whether it's the AFL backing of us, whether it's the support that our supporters and members have shown through difficult times this year, whether it's what our support of our sponsors has shown, there is great enthusiasm about where this club's heading and what direction it's going in. Any journey worthwhile taking is going to be hard, but it is going to be worthwhile taking. And I've said it before, and to the members that turned up to our Insiders Night halfway through the year, what we are doing and the path we are going down, it's the only path we can go down. And it's the path so I can look at everyone in the eye at the end of the year and say, not at the end of the year, the end of this year, next year and the year after and say, this is what we've done and this is the reason why we've done it, and it's going to get us to be the best team we can be. How quickly that comes around will be determined by our playing group and our coaching group. You can be rest assured we're doing everything we can to be the better team next year. Once again, thank you very much for your support and we look forward to it next year.